Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 24, and today we have the final week before the All-Star break and we'll be hosting both Texas teams in this episode, starting off with the 38-52 Houston Astros. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content, because this is a big series for the Las Vegas Athletics. We are last in the division, but the Astros are the team ahead of us, so we can make up some ground and potentially get out of the basement of the AL West. On the mound for the A's will be Jordan Wicks today, the former Cub, and Jeremy Pena will lead off for the Astros. And the full count pitch to the 2022 World Series MVP will be flown out to Clark Elliott in right, and we'll take a look at how the Astros will line up today. Zach DeZenzo's at third base, Brandon Marsh in left, Vinny Pasquantino at first, Yainer Diaz out in right, Chas McCormick in center, Connor Norby at second base, Mitch Jebb at DH, and CJ Stubbs at catcher. No Yordan Alvarez, no Kyle Tucker in the lineup, so we got to take advantage here today. Zach DeZenzo, the former Pirate, back with the Astros as he swings and misses here, as that's the first strikeout of the day for Wicks. Brandon Marsh now steps up, signed the 7-year, $153 million contract in the offseason to come over from Philadelphia. And he will get the first base hit of the day for the Stros as he singles in front of Kevin Alcantara. That'll bring up Vinny Pasquantino, the former Royal, up next, hitting in the 4th spot here today. A 3-1 pitch to Pasquantino, and he will lift this one into center, where Alcantara should have it, and that will do it for the top of the first inning. On the mound for the Astros will be their ace, Taj Bradley, not having an ace-type season, as hopefully we can continue that here today. Bryson Stott will step up to the plate first, the two-time Gold Glover from Philadelphia. As the first pitch of the ball game to Bradley is a fastball taken into right center with some carry, and it's going to clear the wall. One pitch into the game for the Athletics, and they have a lead. A solo home run for Bryson Stott. That is his 13th home run of the season. That's why we paid him the big money with the 4-year contract. A solo shot gives the Athletics an early 1-0 lead. That'll bring up Robbie Martin in the 2-hole today, hitting .222 as he gets a fastball, slaps it into right field, but it will be caught by the right fielder in Diaz. And we'll take a look at how the Athletics line up today. Soderstrom, Alcantara, Susac, Charlie Rowe now hitting .563 as a rookie. Jacob Wilson at third, Clark Elliott in right, and then Elliot Ramos out in left, the usual starters, other than Rowe getting the start at first base yet again. This is the worst offensive team in the American League. Hopefully we can change that, as here's Soderstrom now up next. And with a 1-2, he looks at strike 3. A fastball low gets him. So 2 down now for the 4th spot, Kevin Alcantara, the former Chicago Cub. Seen his average come down to .252. A 2-2 pitch to our center fielder, and he will take a curveball over to second, where it will be played by Norby. The A's do get the 1 in the first to get on the board first. Yainer Diaz, the 3-time Silver Slugger, having a very abysmal season, will step up to the plate. And with a 1-0 pitch, Diaz will get underneath it, and his struggles will continue as Daniel Susac will put him away for out number 1. Chas McCormick now next, playing at center field here today, as he has a 1-0 pitch from Wicks, and he actually gets plunked on the back. That one's got to hurt, 94. As he'll take his base, and that'll bring up Connor Norby, the newest acquisition for the Astros, hitting .360 in limited appearances this season, but he goes down on the slider here, second out of the inning for the Athletics. And that'll bring up CJ Stubbs to round out the order after a base hit from Mitch Jebb. 1-2 to Stubbs, and he will pop this one up as Susac will call for it, and the Astros are scoreless through the first 2 innings. Bottom 2 now, Daniel Susac, after retiring the last batter, will step up to the plate. And with a full count pitch, he'll rep the fastball into right center, and it will split the outfielders. This one rolls all the way against the wall. Susac will have an easy stand-up double, as he's done pretty solid since becoming the everyday catcher. That'll bring up Charlie Rowe, 9-game hitting streak, .563. The rookie have an incredible start to his big league career. He has an 0-1 pitch here from Bradley, gets a fastball, lifts it into right center, as this one will be caught by Diaz, but it will allow the runner to tag. Now Susac finds his way at third base. We'll see if Jacob Wilson, our all-star last year, can bring him in. 36 RBIs on the campaign, looking for another one here, and he will hit this one to right, but they will not test the arm of Diaz, and for good reason. So now we need a base hit to drive in the runner, and it's going to be Clark Elliott, who's on an 8-game hitting streak in his own right. First pitch, he lifts it into left field, and I think he got a little bit too underneath this one, and we squander the opportunity here in the second. We'll go later into this one, bottom 3, Elliot Ramos rounding out the lineup for the Athletics. As a 2-2 to the left fielder. He gets a changeup down the middle. He'll pull it well into left field, and this one will one-hop off the wall. And for the second inning in a row, the Athletics will have themselves a leadoff double as Ramos is into second base, easily standing up. Top of the lineup next up, Bryson Stott rolls this one over to second, but he will move the runner up to third. And again, the A's with a nice scoring chance. Martin, a clutch hitter in his own right, will be up next, and he will deliver as he singles into center field. And the Athletics now double the lead 2-0. That's all they'll get in the third, as we'll go a little bit later into this game, now into the 6th inning, where the former Blue Jay Garrett Whitlock is in relief. A solid 5 innings of work today, 6 innings, excuse me, for Jordan Wicks, as Whitlock actually gets the 7th, and he gets Yainer Diaz first, who hits this one all the way to the warning track, where it is caught for out number 1. McCormick now up next to the 2-0, rolls it over to Martin, who will make the play, and the pitching staffs for the Athletics has done a very good job today shutting down this Astro offense, and even Norby will go down next as he skies this one to center, where it will be caught. We'll go bottom 7 now, where Bradley's day is done. 6 innings, 2 earned, not a bad start in his own right, as Wander Suero will now come in relief, tasked with the 7th inning. Started off against Jacob Wilson, who is hitless on the day, and he gets jammed on a changeup down and in. A beautiful pitch by Suero as he will fly out for out number 1. Elliott now up next with an 0-1, rolls it over to second, and a great diving stop by Norby, and that'll be on the web. Jims gets him at first. 2 down now for Ramos, who will draw a walk as he's reached base in all of his at-bats here today. Stott now will dribble this over to short, and that will end at the 7th inning. So we'll go to the 8th now, where Joe Barlow will be in relief after a very, very brief stint with the AAA squad back up here in his setup role. Jeb will be up first. He'll lay down a bunt, and it's a good one as he will get himself an infield base hit. So now the tying run is at the plate. Stubbs is the first one up, and he will single up the middle, and back-to-back base runners puts the Astros in business here, and Barlow could be looking at another collapse. That's the top of the lineup now up next as he gets Pena to swing and miss on the high heat. Good pitch by Barlow. Zinzo then skies this one in the infield, where that will be an infield fly. So quickly the Astros now 2 down. But for Brandon Marsh, the all-star silver slugger, hits this one and well into right center. Alcantara goes that way, and he will make the grab. And despite 2 early base runners, nothing in the 8th for the Astros. Bottom 8 will turn over to the former Milwaukee Brewer, Taylor Clark, for his 20th appearance of the season. Robbie Martin will be up first, one of the only 2 Athletics with an RBI today, but he will fly out to right field. Soderstrom now up next to the 1-2, and he will go down on the high heat. The Astros pitching staff's actually been pretty good today, only 4 hits given up. They just trailed 2-0 as then Alcantara goes down, which means it'll be a 2-run lead going into the 9th, and got into a little bit of a unusual spot here. I actually called for Ayala to come in and get the save, but then we get hit with this weather delay, and I went to go warm up a fresh arm because I thought I could just put Ayala in, but unfortunately I couldn't, so it's actually going to be A.J. Puck who gets the chance to get a save here today. He was the closer for a stint last year with the Athletics, and well, he's going to get his chance of his first save here today of the season as he gets the first 2 batters out. And he just has to get through Chas McCormick, and A.J. Puck has closed this game down. McCormick faces a 1-0 pitch, and he will chop it over to short. This should be an easy play for Martin, and it will be, as that will do it for this one. The Athletics win Game 1 of this 3-game set by a final score of 2-0. Great pitching performance out of the A's, and they're starting to win some ball games here and there. Obviously still a long way to go for this Athletic squad, but it's good to see us actually be competitive against a lot of these teams. Astros actually had more hits than us, but we made ours count. Wicks gets the win, Bradley the loss, and Puck does get his first save of the season. Your player of the game will also go to Jordan Wicks. 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, no earned runs. And he's able to get his first win of the season. Next game, we lose to the Astros, though, 4-1. Bieber did not have a good start, 3 earned in 5 innings, as he hasn't had the most starting ace pitcher numbers this year. Big game on Tuesday. The Cardinals beat the Pirates, and St. Louis has really closed the gap because of this series between them and Pittsburgh for the lead of the NL Central, as that's one of the more exciting races of the season. We get a big trade after this as well between the Phillies and the Rays. The Philadelphia Phillies are going to acquire Bryce Terang for a trio of veterans. Now, Terang is a good addition for Philadelphia. I mean, he should help them out in the infield and stuff. But let's look at those 3 names again. That last name is who you think it is. The Philadelphia Phillies traded just away Bryce Harper to the Rays. That just doesn't look right. Bryce Harper is now in Tampa Bay. He has not had a good season, but if you look at his previous years, I mean, I think he still has a lot left in the tank. So the Rays get Harper and a couple of players for only Bryce Terang. Very odd trade. Now, I looked at the waiver wire as well. I haven't claimed anybody off waivers in a while, and I see Carl Edwards Jr. on there. He's a reliever who has not had the best season, but he is a veteran, and, well, if we have some injuries to the bullpen, I think we could give him a chance, and he has 1 minor league option left, so why not claim him and just store him in AAA unless we desperately need him. We then win the 3rd game against the Astros, 8-5. Jacob Wilson went 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs, so we win the series against Houston. And like I said, we're starting to take some series now. We beat the Mariners in the last episode. Now we take it against the Astros. And we have a chance against another division rival hosting the 49-45 Texas Rangers in a 4-game stint before the All-Star break. The Athletics now sit 37-55. And I will say I did make one adjustment to the sliders before this game. I did bump down human consistency and pitcher control by 1 because I feel like we were a little bit overpowered. So we'll see how that goes in this game with Jared Jones, who's not known for his control, on the mound for the Athletics here today. Estevan Cervantes, the 2026 number 1 overall pick, will lead off for the Rangers, acquired this year from the Rockies. Not sure why Colorado traded him, but hey, the Rangers will desperately take him. He strikes out, and that'll bring up Brady House, the number 11 overall pick back in 2021. So a couple of high picks starting off for the Rangers today, as he will ground this out to Geloff as we get a lot of people a day off today. And we'll take a look at how the Rangers will stack up. Corey Seager up next, followed by Evan Carter, Josh Young, Adolis Garcia, Ezekiel Duran, Gary Sanchez, and Daniel Mateo. So outside of Jonah Heim, the Rangers are rolling with their usual starters today. So here's Corey Seager, the 7-time All-Star and Silver Slugger, stepping in. Still having another really good campaign. But he will go down on the inside slider, and Jones will go 1-2-3. On the mound for Texas will be Owen White, making his 12th appearance of the season. He is their number 5 starter, but he's actually done a pretty good job this year. Tyler Soderstrom will lead off for the A's, and he's actually playing right field today. As like I said, a lot of players getting days off here today for the Athletics. And on a full count pitch, he will pop this one behind home plate where Sanchez will make the play. And here's how the Athletics will line up today. Geloff will be in the 2 spot today, followed by Jacob Wilson to the 3, Alcantara at the 4, Charlie Rowe all the way up to the number 5 hole, followed by Susac, Veach at designated hitter today, Logan Davison getting the start at short, and then Elliot Ramos rounding it out like usual out in right field. So here is Geloff, who's seen his role majorly be decreased this year thanks to the addition of Stotts and the good play of Susac. And he's getting a chance here today, but he starts off by flying out to first base. 2 down now for Jacob Wilson, who rolls a changeup past the diving glove of Josh Young at third base, and the Athletics will get their first hit of the day here in the first inning. Alcantara trying to keep it alive, but he can't connect on the cutter, and both teams scoreless through 1. Evan Carter will lead off for the Rangers in the second inning, the now 2-time All-Star, one of the youngest faces of the league here, as he hits this on high and to right, where it is caught by Tyler Soderstrom out there today. Josh Young up next, 7th in the American League in batting average, hitting .303 on the season. As the third baseman will step in, and the first pitch he sees, he will also hit this to right field, where Soderstrom staying busy this half inning and put it away for out number 2. That'll bring up Adolis Garcia, the 2023 playoff MVP here for the Rangers, hitting a solid .267 with 20 homers on the season. And he rips this one into center, but it will be caught by Alcantara. We'll go bottom 2 now. 2 down for Richie Veach, who's had very minimal playing time in the majors this year, getting a chance here today. And the former Arkansas Razorback will draw a walk to take first base. That'll bring up Logan Davidson on an 8-game hitting streak. Kind of like Veach has not had the biggest opportunity this year as he gets a chance with 2 down. And he pops this one up over to Josh Young. Third inning now, Ezekiel Duran up next for the Rangers as he will have a 1-0 pitch and drill this one deep to center field. This one's got some carry to the track, but Alcantara will make the play for out number 1. 8-hole hitter is Gary Sanchez today, getting the start at catcher, not having a good offensive season. And that will continue here as he goes down on the low and away fastball. Rounding out the Rangers lineup will be Daniel Mateo in center field today, trying to get the first base hit for the Rangers. And with a 1-0-2 pitch, he will not do that as he hits this one into left center. And Jones is perfect through the first round of the lineup. We'll go into the bottom of the 5th now. Here's Veach up for his second at-bat after walking in his first. And he'll do the same thing here. Good eye as he takes first base for free. And I'll bring up Logan Davidson, who we saw pop out back in the second. 3 for 9 on the season for the shortstop and former Clemson Tiger. As with an 0-1, he'll ground this over to short. A diving play by Seager knocks it down, but everybody is safe. That's an infield base hit. And the Athletics quickly have 2 on here in the 5th. Ramos now trying to do something with these runners. Hits a cutter into right field where it will be caught by Garcia. And they will not test that cannon. Look at that throw over to third base. Soderstrom at the top of the lineup and up next as he draws a walk. And now the bases are loaded here for Zach Kiloff. A huge chance here to break the scoreless tie. First pitch to Kiloff, and he will take this one to left field. Doesn't have a lot of carry, but it will drop. And that will be the first run of the day for the Athletics. It's now 1-0 after the RBI from Kiloff. Bases stay loaded as well. That'll bring up Jacob Wilson, who with the first pitch hits this one into center. It's going to be caught by Carter, and they will not test his arm. So bases stay loaded here, but now there's 2 outs for Kevin Alcantara. A 2-2 pitch to the center fielder. He will miss it. So even though the Athletics score 1 here in the 5th, bases loaded, 1 outs, you kind of wish he would have got a little bit more. Dustin May is then up in the next half inning for the Rangers. Spent last year with the Cardinals before the year before with the Brewers. I wanted Dustin May for a while in this series, but we've never been able to sign him. Instead, we got a hit against him today as Charlie Rowe will start the 6th by flying out to right field. Susac will then go down on a nasty slurve running away from him. So a quick 2 down for May. Trying to finish it off 1-2-3 with Veach, who hits this one into right. But this one should be caught, and it is a 1-2-3 6th inning. We'll go into the 7th now, where Jared Jones is still dealing, by the way. 2 down here with nobody on until Evan Carter gets a hit, and Jones is trying to go through 7 scoreless innings. That'll bring up Josh Young, though, who's been a beast hitting away from Globe Life Field this season. With 1 swing of the bat, he could give the Rangers the lead, and we don't give him that opportunity. He draws a walk, so Jones putting himself in a little bit of a pickle here, because that'll bring up another power hitter in Adolis Garcia. He's been better at Globe Life Field this season, but not a guy that you don't want in this situation. But he swings through a fastball, and Jones goes 7 scoreless innings before he is relieved. And we'll bring in Joe Barlow here in the 8th, trying to set up the 9th once more as he gets Duran to start off by grounding this one out to Jacob Wilson. There's out number 1. 8-hole hitter Sanchez up next, hitless on the day. That will change here as he will bloop this one into left. It will drop in front of Ramos. Now the tying run for the Rangers is on first base. The 9-hole hitter Daniel Mateo up next with the 1-1. He'll chop this over to second and get off to Davidson to Rowe, and that's a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. It's still 1-0. We go bottom 8, the final chance for the Athletics to bring some insurance runs in as Wilson will start off hitting this to right where Garcia will cut it off. But he takes a tumble. Wilson on his horse is going to get all the way to third, and that's a leadoff triple for the third baseman. His 7th triple of the season, by the way. So he's 90 feet away from getting another insurance run. Alcantara, though, with a huge strike over to first. That's going to be gloved, and the runner will not advance. Hit too hard. Charlie Rowe, though, will put this one in the outfield grass, and the rookie from Jamaica continues to deliver. His 3rd RBI of the young season for him, and it's now 2-0 Athletics. Veach trying to keep it going. Looks at strike 3, though, but the Athletics do give an extra insurance run to the rookie closer, Bartolo Ayala from the University of Miami. looking for save number 26 on the season. He does have the top of the lineup, and Cervantes will draw a walk, so already the tying run will be at the plate from here on out, barring a double play. House hits this one well to right center. Soderstrom will make the play, and that'll be out number 1. Just 2 more to go here for the Athletics. Seager now, 1-2, gets a pitch down the middle, rips it deep into center field. Alcantara is ranging back at the track, and he will make the play. Another allowed out for the Rangers. Ayala floating with danger, but he just needs one more out in the form of Evan Carter. A 1-2 pitch here, and he swings through a fastball, and that'll do it. The Athletics win Game 1 of this 4-game set by a final score of 2-0, the same score we saw in the Astros game, as the offense did enough to get the victory, and the pitching staff was great. So even though they moved it down by 1 in terms of consistency and control, we still dominated the Rangers. I'll play a couple more games with the slider set, but if we continue to be dominant pitching, then I might move it back down to what it was when we were getting slaughtered. Player of the game will go to Jared Jones, 7 innings, 8 Ks, only walked 1 batter, one of the better games of the season for him. And he has a potential, so hopefully he can start to tap into that a little bit. We do get Carl Edwards off waivers from the Mets, so we do add some depth to our bullpen here. Like I said, he will start in AAA. He will not be at the majors. But if something were to happen to one of our relievers, I think we would give Carl Edwards the first chance to potentially replace them. Game 2, we win 6-5 in extra innings. We actually walk it off, so we don't lose it this time. Instead, we clutch up. It was Clark Elliott who hit the walk-off hit in the 10th. The other game on Friday was the Pirates beating the Braves 1-0, and the reason why this is so low scoring is because Shane McClanahan was on the mound for Pittsburgh, one of the best pitchers in baseball, and he shut down the Atlanta Braves. Game 2 for us, or Game 3 I should say, we lose 3-1, so a 3-run night for the Rangers was enough. Wicks went 8 scoreless, but then Garrett Whitlock blew it in the 3rd, and we lose that game. Your 2 Saturday games, the Marlins will go to San Francisco and win 5-2. So the Giants, despite at 500, the rumor is they might be selling at the deadline. And in the late game, the Phillies dominate the Dodgers despite Shohei Ohtani being on the mound. Philly is 43-53, but they made it clear they're not selling just yet. So we'll see how that works out for them. And there is a 4th game to this series, but we will not be going through it because it is time for the All-Star break and the MLB draft. In the next episode, we will have a preview before getting into the 2028 MLB draft. I'm excited for this one. Hopefully, we can add some more prospects to this organization and finally start to beef up this team and not be a bottom dweller. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.